everyone. So we are the group Manggahan, Santolan, and Rosario. Today, we're going to tackle about Badminton Online Pics Learning Edition. But before we proceed to our discussion, let us first have the members of the group. Bernardo John Emil Lancelot, Gama Queenie May, Lavinia Kim Isabel, Miguel John Myrene, Kapua Angeline, Armelia Princess Gem, Luis Perdiz, Cruz Karen Fiona, Joa Donami, Bicodo Abigail, Tulibat Mark Nicole, and yours truly, Salian Alea JSC. Now let us move on to the history of the badminton by Bernardo Lancelot.
Hey everyone, for today we'll be talking about the history of badminton and where it all began. But before we continue, let us give a brief description on the word badminton. Badminton is a racket sport and a physical sport usually played by two players or singles. Now, it is played usually on a court in order for players to become physically fit and exercise their sensory motor skills. Let us talk about where it all began. In India, Greece, and China, the old children played the so-called battledore and shuttlecock, wherein shuttlecock is adapted nowadays as the shuttlecock or the bird that we use now. Now, during the 1860s, the British Army officers that were stationed in India, they adopted the term Puna and they converted it into their term as badminton, wherein when they arrived in England, when the Duke of Beaufort hosted a party in Gloucestershire, it is called badminton, wherein the venue has been adapted nowadays by the International Badminton Federation as badminton, which is the game we use now. It is also considered as the base of the International Badminton Federation, which is the Gloucestershire. In 1992, it was considered as the official Olympic Games, hosted in Barcelona, Spain.
Hello everyone! I am here to explain what are those rules and regulations of badminton. Ito yung mga dapat nating tandaan o gawin kapag sa loob na tayo ng court para maiwasan yung problema kung tayo ay maglalaro ng badminton. Una, palaging sa right side ng court manggagaling ang first serve, papunta sa opposite right side. Bawal tumalon o itaas sa mga paa sa pagsaserve. Ito ang magsisimula ng palitan ng shuttlecock. Kapag lumagpas sa boundaries ng court ang shuttlecock, isa na yung fault at mapupunta sa kabilang player ang service. Fault din kapag lumusot sa net, pumunta sa ilalim o kaya hindi lumagpas sa net ang shuttlecock. Bawal din tumama sa tao o damit ng player ang shuttlecock. Bawal din ang humawak ang player ng anumang bagay sa loob ng court maliban sa raketa at shuttlecock. At hindi pwedeng lumagpas sa kabilang net ang player sa pagpalo sa shuttlecock. Paano naman ang scoring sa badminton? Kaparehas din ba ito ng basketball na may 3 points? Of course not. Ang badminton at volleyball ay parehas ng scoring. So alamin natin kung ano nga ba talaga ang tawag sa scoring na ito. Ang badminton ay may new scoring system, similar sa volleyball. So ang tawag sa scoring na ito ay rally point system. Ang rally point mode mean na even if it's not your service, basta you win in that particular rally, you get the score. You get the points. So, ang points na yan hanggang 21. So, kung sino yung unang maka-21 sa first round, panalo sila sa round na yun. So, kailangan, yung 21 is ma-maintain mo hanggang sa 3 rounds. Yun ang scoring sa badminton.
Ang susunod naman ay kapag parehong naka-20 puntos ang dalawang manlalaro, kailangan may mauna na magkaroon ng 2 puntos upang manalo. Ang susunod naman ay kapag nag-umpisa na ang laro, ang tawag sa unang puntos ay love all o parehong 0. Patuloy ang pagpuntos sa mga manlalaro na nakasaad sa bagong patakaran. Kapag ang manlalaro ay nabigong makapuntos, ang manlalaro ay hindi na muling makakapag-serve at sa kalaban mapupunta ang puntos. Ang lahat ng even na puntos ay nasa kanang bahagi ng court at ang odd naman ay nasa kaliwa. Pagkatapos ng bawat laro ay magpapalitan ng pwesto, pero sa huling bahagi ng laro ay papalitan ang dalawang manlalaro sa ika-11 puntos.
I'm here to discuss you the court dimensions. The badminton court is 13.4 meter long and 6.1 meter wide. For singles, the court is marked 5.18 meter wide. The lines marking out of the court are easily distinguishable and colored white or yellow. The lines are 40 millimeter wide. A court may be marked out for singles only. The back boundary lines also become the long service lines, and the posts or the strips of materials representing them are placed on the sidelines. The diagonal full length of the full court is 14.366 meter. Inside the court, we have the posts. The posts are 1.55 meter high from the surface of the court and remain vertical when the net is strained. The posts are placed on the double sidelines irrespective of whether singles or doubles is played. The posts or supports must not extend into the court beyond the sidelines. Where it is not practicable to have posts on the sidelines, some method can be used to indicate the position of the sidelines where they pass under the net by the use of thin posts or strips of material 40 mm wide, fixed to the sidelines and rising vertically to the net court.
Net. The net is 760 mm in depth and a minimum of 6.1 meter wide. The top of the net from the surface of the court is 1.524 meter at the center of the court and 1.55 meter over the side lanes for doubles. There must be no gap between the ends of the nets and the post. If necessary, the full depth of the net at the ends is tied to the post.
Go to the badminton equipments. There are 4 badminton equipments that are essential for a game. The first is a racket, which is the most basic component required by a badminton player. This equipment is lightweight and is used to hit the shuttlecock. A badminton racket has 5 basic parts: the head, the string area that catches the shuttlecock, the throat that attaches it to the shaft, and the handle, which is the 5th part of the racket. Now we move on to the shuttlecock, which is a cork to which feathers are attached to form a cone shape. A shuttlecock is usually has 16 feathers affixed to the cork and is not heavier than 5.50 grams or lighter than 4.74 grams. A shuttlecock that is too heavy might ruin the nylon strings on a racket, or if it's too light, it might fall easily on the ground. Now we go to the badminton net. The badminton net, this is the central gameplay element in the game of badminton. This equipment is of utmost importance because if we will have a game of badminton that is not professionally played, you can do it without this. There is actually a specific height from the ground assigned for a professional match of badminton. From the ground, it should measure neither more nor less than 5 feet. The net edges are tapped with white so that the actual height of the net is visible for a fair game. And last but not the least, the badminton attire. When we play a game of badminton, they should be wearing clothes that they are comfortable moving around with so that their game would not be affected by it. With the shoes, since in the game of badminton you move a lot, your shoes should be sturdy and something that could carry your body weight.
Next is the badminton grip. We had 2 types of grip, the forehand grip and backhand grip. First, let us define the forehand grip. So what is forehand grip? The forehand grip is mainly used for forehand overhead shot. It's easy to grip and learn, and also provide a useful reference point for learning the other grips. So this is how you perform forehand grips. You just, okay. We have V shape here. And Next is the backhand grip. The backhand grip, also known as the partial or moderate thumb grip, is similar to the forehand grip, but the grip is used to hit shot that is on the back side of your body. So this is how to perform your backhand grip. You just put your finger here, here. Your thumb must be in here. Okay? And that's the grip of badminton. Let's proceed to the next discussion.
These are the four main types of services in badminton. The first one is the low serve. Second is the high serve. Next is the flick serve. And the last one is the drive serve.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. How they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you, and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. The dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together, so happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together, we're happy together, so happy together.
We hope that you learn from this discussion. Thank you and God bless.